So I have been playing Grand Summoners for 8 months now, and over that time I've gathered a whole lot of equips, or at least a decent amount. And so now that I have a whole lot of equips, I guess it's time to rank some of my favorites. So yeah, this video is my top 10 favorite Grand Summoner equips. So starting at the bottom, we have Nox. This equip, it's so busted, it's 5-star physical, and what it does is that it increases physical damage by 40% for 25 seconds, and if the user is a dark unit, you get 20% more physical damage. Now, I was planning on placing this a bit higher, but to be honest, it's only really used for nuking, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that I'd rather have something a bit more flexible, because there are a lot of magic based units, and yeah, when using Nox, it's pretty useless with magic units. But yeah, it's really not bad. It's insane. It gives you a lot of physical damage. So yeah, I just did place it at the bottom because it's a little less flexible than some of the other things. Next up, we have Type 0. It increases all allies RSGH by 50, and the only problem with it is it has a very long cooldown, 90 seconds when its max limit broken. But this is also very good for nuking. 50 RSGH instantly. That's a lot of arts. And the passive on it is also very good for nuking. Your damage in the first 30 seconds of the quest is 15% up. So yeah, this equip is really just made for nuking. It enables a lot more comps, and it just had to go a bit lower because I really hate equips that have long CTs, to be honest. But yeah, it's helping me out a lot in things like the Mono Light Ruins when I just need a whole bunch of arts instantly, or just farming stuff, nuking, whatever. But the next equip I wanted to talk about is True Nemesis Crow. Now this equip is kind of tied with Type 0 for me, but it's just a little bit better because the skill CT is a bit lower than Type 0, but it reduces enemies dark resistance by 50% for 10 seconds, and it has Dragon Killer level 5, which I guess is pretty good if you're going against Dragon, but well, yeah, you're mainly using this for the dark resist down. Reducing dark resistance by 50%. There's not many things that can do that in Grand Summoners besides Dark Heart that just came out. Most of the time I'm nuking with a dark unit, or yeah, a mono dark team, and True Nemesis Crow, it bumps up the damage by a lot, a very large amount. But again, it's not very flexible. It only could be used on dark teams. It does have a low cooldown, which is nice, but yeah, only useful for mono dark. Now coming in at number 7, it's Aquahardia. It only has a 30-second CT, and it autofills all allies RSGH by 3 for 10 seconds. And it also increases fire, water, and earth units attack by 50% for 10 seconds, which is a very large amount of units that covers. It is a big plus, and yeah, it definitely helps you out a lot. If you have a 5-star support slot, then you just slot this in easy. But the main reason I put it in at number 7 is because it's very interchangeable with a lot of other support slots, or support equips. Giving the whole team 30 arts in 10 seconds, and sometimes even instantly, is not a very unique thing, to be honest. There are so many other support equips that do this exact same thing, just, without giving the attack up or whatever. You got True Ready Made, Goku Uniform, Leon's One Piece, and even the new crossover equip, the Toman Flag. It's all AoE support. Yeah, support, Arshgen, whatever. So there are honestly many support equips that could fill this exact same slot. It's just I wanted to dumb it down and be a little bit more specific. And yeah, Aquahardia is good. I guess I should choose Goku Uniform over Aquahardia because instant art as soon as you pop Goku Uniform. But I was just going off stuff I actually have, and sadly I got shafted on the Kill la Kill banners, so yeah, I don't want to remind myself of all the pain and suffering. Now, in the number 6 slot, we got the Akashic I don't know how to read. But what this does is that it gives you 30 arts when your own HP is above 50% or more when you use it. And the passive, it increases magic damage by 20%. Only once though, only once. Now, I really like this equip because, first of all, it's farmable. And, you know, there's not really a whole lot of good free equips going around in Grand Summoners, you know. So, yeah, that's really the main reason. It's free. That's really all I have to say. But yeah, giving the user 30 arts instantly, amazing. The only downside is the cooldown time, 50 seconds. But apart from that, yeah, it's free. What more can I say? All right, well, now we are in the top 5 equips. At number 5, we have True Strategia, or well, yeah, just Strategia. Whether you have the true weapon version or the farmable version from the event, it's amazing. It increases damage to your enemy by 20%, and if you have the true weapon version, 30%. For 10 seconds. Now the CT is a bit long, 70 seconds, but it's very, very flexible. You need more damage for any team and you have a 5-star magic slot open, you throw Strategia on it, and it buffs up the team so much, so much. Coming down to number 4, we have True Flambardo, and wow, this equip is an amazing defense equip. Its cooldown is 25 seconds, a bit shorter than most defense equips, and it reduces all allies damage from enemy by 20% for 12 seconds, and if your allies HP is under 50%, then an extra 10% is added. So that could be 30% damage reduction or whatever. And the passive on it, physical damage from enemy 10% down, so that's plus. I think the main thing about this equip is that the CT, it's pretty low compared to most other defense equips, and the most important thing about this equip is that it could be used against any boss. With a lot of the defense equips, they're mostly targeted towards certain bosses, so having one that's can go up against any boss in the game, it's very good, very good. Okay, at number 3 we have Atomos gear, and really it doesn't even matter if you have the true weapon version or the farmable version. Both versions are insane. They're very good. They'll carry you through a lot of content. You just plop it down on your tank and they're kind of invincible for a while. You just gotta time, really with all defense equips, you just gotta time it right and you will be being shooting. Apart from that though, I guess you might be able to get away with using it like on a nuking team for some reason. Like maybe you're in a situation where you need to keep one of your attackers alive or something to finish the nuke, and yeah, you just pump down Atomos gear on them and yeah, being chilling. I guess it's a little less diverse, less flexible than Flambardo, but as long as you have your tank alive, you're good. And that's why this equip is so insane. Just about anybody you place it on, they're chilling. At number 2, we have XZX. Now this equip, it's better than Akashic Eye and belongs up near this tier, I guess, because first of all, it gives you 30 arch gauge, but only has a 45-second cooldown. So that's already very good. But what also just makes it so much better than a lot of equips is that it increases arch damage by 50% for 8 seconds. So not only are you getting arts, but you're also increasing your damage. And if that wasn't enough, you also have a passive where you heal your own HP by 30% when you're doing damage and you're near death. So it's insane. It's busted. It's definitely a true weapon where if you've already gotten a whole bunch of decent true weapons already, or you have a whole bunch of good equips, this is definitely one of the true weapons you want to trade for with your rainbow gems. But apart from that, it's just absolutely busted. So let's move on to the honorary mentions. First up, we have True X-Gate. It autofills the target's arch stage by 10 for 15 seconds and also increases all allies' crit rate by 100% for 15 seconds. And it also has a passive that increases with magic damage, which is nice. This is mainly used for someone like Juno, who you just need to get into the arts as soon as possible, or true arts as soon as possible. So yeah, it could be very useful, but sometimes it might not fit the circumstances. But still, very good equip. We also have Arkan Knight that it increases all allies R stage by 10, and its CT is 15 seconds. Very good support, 4-star support, and another good 4-star support is, what is it? Where is it at? The Divine Green Staff Keon. It increases all allies' break power by 28% and autofills R stage by 20 for 20 seconds. So you gain arts, but most of the time you're just going to be using this equip for break, or when you need to break someone. A very good equip for that. Now I just want to mention 2 other equips. Relic Force Keratos, which is a heal equip, and the other one, Sacred Crown Raz. These 2 equips are very, very good because, first of all, they're farmable, but they have a very good mechanic in both of them where when you use them, at least with Raz, you prevent any status ailments from happening besides faint, I'm pretty sure. And with Keratos, when you use Keratos, you heal any of your status ailments. So very good equips if you're having to deal with a lot of status ailments. Definitely not bad. And they're farmable, so you're able to get them pretty early on when you start playing. Forced Keratos really deserves to be in the top 5 equips, maybe even top 3, but there's only so many equips I could fit on this list. So but now that we're done with the honorary mentions, we only have one more equip. Coming in at number 1, my favorite Grand Summoners equip of all time, we have Relic Deus Volta. Now this equip is so great. Not only is it a 4-star, but it also paralyzes.
Oh, hell no, man.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Being for real this time. Coming in at number 1 is True Izanagi. Now this equip is amazing on anyone you put it on, which is what makes it one of the best. It gives you 6 arts in 3 seconds. So yeah, it's amazing. And also it has a 10-second cooldown. What also makes it very good is that it's physical, and there are a lot of units in Grand Summoners with physical slots, so it's not very hard to slot this into one of your team comps, and most of the time you're going to be running this equip on your team. But apart from giving you arts, it also has an insane passive that reduces equipment CT by 15%, and that is insane. It also works well with anyone whatsoever, and not to mention it reduces the cooldown on this equip too, so it'll be even a less amount of time for you to get more arts. So yeah, True Izanagi definitely deserves the number 1 spot, and that's really all I have to say for this. But yeah, that's my top 10 favorite Grand Summoner equips. Do you agree with these rankings, or do you not? I'm not sure. I think it's a pretty good tier list thing. Pretty good top 10 list, whatever. There's probably super good equips out there that I don't have in this list, and that's just because I probably don't own them. I don't have them. Really, what I think makes a good equip in Grand Summoners is for it to be flexible, you're able to use it on just about any character. So yeah, that's my list, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, and peace.